So is it a seller's market or a buyer's market? Wait, what's the difference? In a seller's market, there are more buyers than homes for sale, which gives the seller more negotiating power. In a buyer's market, there are more homes for sale than potential buyers, and now they have the negotiation power and options to choose from. The last 25 years, Ottawa has been in a seller's market simply because there aren't enough homes or inventory to satisfy all the current demand. But what if I told you that you should be looking at the current market in terms of appreciation, or how much value has your investment gained since you first bought it? Stick around. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in. My name is Andre with the Meadow Group, and if you'd like to book a seller consultation or a buyer's consultation or simply chat about real estate here in Ottawa, there's a link in the description below. The infamous seller's market, sold over asking, bidding wars, 5 days on market. When is this all going to end? Even though this is the norm for Ottawa, especially for the last couple of years, this is the reality of how buyers purchase a home. Not every home will go through multiple offers, and there are strategies that you can take advantage, but no matter what your options are and your current budget, the real estate market is all about timing. But why is Ottawa a seller's market? Well, it's all about supply and demand. Supply being the number of homes for sale and demand being the number of buyers looking for a home. Unfortunately, our market doesn't support the demand in terms of current inventory available. So the question becomes, why should I buy a home? What's in it for me? Why should I compete for top properties against other buyers? Well, there's something called appreciation, or how much value, typically in percent, has my home increased over a period of time, whether it's since last year or even last month. Check out the most recent market update linked above, where I talk about specifically how much appreciation we saw from January to February of 2022. I promise you'll be surprised. So when your home value increases, it also leads to more equity, and equity is the difference between what you owe in your mortgage and what your home is worth. And guess what? There's lots you can do with equity in today's market, like buy an income property. Let's take a look at the Ottawa market in terms of appreciation since 1980. Okay, so here we have the MLS residential sales from 1980 to the end of 2021. Now, we're not looking at the average sale price or the number of homes sold or the total dollar volume. We're looking over here, percent change. So back in 1980, year over year, it appreciated in value plus 1.4%. Now, the only time in history since 1980 where there was a negative increase was in 1994, 95, and 96. And we saw a negative appreciation in home value of minus 0.4%, minus 2.9, and minus 1.9. Now, going forward, 1997 and on, it was all positive appreciation. So we saw plus 2.4%, plus 10.3, plus 6.3, 7.7. Now here's the big one that I wanted to show you, and that was 2020, was a positive appreciation in home value of 19.9%, and then the following year in 2021 was plus 22% in value appreciation. With the last 2 years in appreciation being 20+% year over year, the question now becomes, if I buy today, what's the return on my investment? That is what you should be thinking about when you're in any market and not just Ottawa. It's no big secret the biggest buyer objection really any time of the year is, I'll just wait another year until prices start to drop. But what you need to understand is that Ottawa is a growing market and it hasn't even come close to stabilizing or hitting its peak. I've done a separate video on this as well, linked above, so make sure to check that out. So the longer you wait, the more it might cost you down the road, also known as the cost of waiting. Here is a prediction that we made back in 2020, and oh boy, is it ever accurate in today's market. So back in 2020, the average price was $530,000. We were using a mortgage rate of 2%. Your minimum down payment of 10% was $53,000. Your mortgage total amount owing was $491,000, and your mortgage monthly payment was $2,082. Now, we predicted that the purchase price would increase in 2021. The mortgage rate would be a little bit lower, which it was. The down payment would obviously increase. Your mortgage amount would increase as well too. And now, of course, look at the difference between the mortgage payment monthly. It used to be $2,082. Now it's $2,491. Now the equity gain is $123,000 from the previous year. So if you bought in 2020, you have gained $123,000 in equity. Now, let's say that you waited a year, right? So 2022, we estimated an increase of 12% from 2021. The average price being $731,000. The mortgage rate now is about 2.5%. Your down payment has also increased at the 10%. It used to be $53,000, now $65,000, now $73,000. Your mortgage amount went from $491,605 to $678, so a big increase in just a couple of years. Now here's what I wanted to show you, and that is your monthly payment. So essentially, if you bought a property in 2020, your monthly payment was $2,000 and you waited 2 years to buy a property, your monthly payment now increased by about $1,000. Now, here's the interesting part. Your equity gain has actually gone down because you are paying more for your down payment and because your monthly mortgage payment is now a lot more than it could have been before. So this is the cost of waiting if you would have bought a property now versus a couple of years ago, and what the difference is in payments. Whether you're managing a rental property, flipping a house, or simply investing in your dream home, home appreciation is important as you consider your property's future value. Positive home appreciation can make it easier to rent or sell the home, and in the long run leads to making a profit upon selling the property. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful. If you have any questions or would like more info on why you're in a buyer's market, hit me up. Send me a DM. I'd be happy to chat more. Catch you in the next one.